أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله نحمده ونستعينه ونستهديه ونستغفره وأؤمن به جل وعلا ولا أكفره وأشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له وأشهد أن محمدا عبده ورسوله أرسله بالهدى ودين الحق ليظهره على الدين كله ولو كره المشركون. رب اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقهوا قولي. قل إن صلاتي ونسكي ومحياي ومماتي لله رب العالمين لا شريك له وبذلك أمرت وأنا أول المسلمين. أما بعد، أيها المسلمون، أيها المؤمنون، أيها المصلون، أوصيكم وإياي بتقوى الله عز وجل في السر وفي العلانية، في السراء وفي الضراء، لأن تقوى الله هي المخافة من الجليل والعمل بالتنزيل والرضا بالقليل والاستعداد ليوم الرحيل. ومن يتق الله يجعل له مخرجا ويرزقه من حيث لا يحتسب. My dear respected Muslims, fiqh الساعة, that one has to talk about something that is going on now or has already come a few days back. Now we have already finished from 1 year into another year. Lunar system, 1 month and a half approximately, the solar system barely entering. And therefore, what does this mean? It means we are 1 year older and 1 year closer to our grave. Older. Happy birthday, that I said when we attended long time ago, happy birthday, I told the young couple, now you are 1 year older, 1 year close to your grave. Are you ready for it? Are we ready to meet Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala? Don't scare me. I said Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala revealed so many places in the Quran about it, preparing ourselves for that day. And in even Surah Al-Hajj, and the Arafah of Al-Hajj Arafah, and the Arafah of the Day of Judgment is زلزلة الساعة. يا أيها الناس اتقوا ربكم إن زلزلة الساعة شيء عظيم يوم ترونها تذهل كل مرضعة عما أرضعت وتضع كل ذات حمل حملها وترى الناس سكارى وما هم بسكارى ولكن عذاب الله شديد. These are 2 ayat in Surah Al-Hajj about the zalzala of the Day of Judgment. And therefore, even we go for Hajj, we have to learn how to prepare ourselves to meet Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala telling us, Zalzala, even these 2 ayat about Hajj, Zalzala, even Surah Al-Zalzala, إذا زلزلت الأرض زلزالها وأخرجت الأرض أثقالها وقال الإنسان ما لها يومئذ تحدث أخبارها بأن ربك أوحى لها. So, what should we do? Prepare ourselves. Every night when we go to sleep, everybody has to evaluate himself and say, what did I do today? I don't know. Nobody is supposed to check on you. You are to check on yourself what you have done. حاسبوا نفوسكم قبل أن تحاسبوا. Umar al-Khattab radiallahu anhu used to say to the Muslim, حاسبوا أنفسكم قبل أن تحاسبوا وزنوها قبل أن توزنوا يوم تعرضون لا يخفى على الله خافي. Nothing. 2 angels, كراما كاتبين يعلمون ما تفعلون. Whether my intention and your intention is for the love of Allah, and I hope and I pray to Allah that your intention, my intention, the love of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. The 2 angels will every Monday, every Thursday, they take the recorded material up to the heaven. And other 7 angels are around us to help us, to guide us, to tell us what to do. Not to look at haram, not to listen to backbiting haram, not to use F word. Right? And there are 7 angels in the Hadith Sharif sallallahu alaihi wasallam who are to help us not to do anything haram, not even intention should be haram. It should be in the right way. And therefore that even our intention that we came for Salatul Jum'ah because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala revealed Surah Al-Jum'ah, demanding from us that we should leave our business. We should leave our business. Don't earn a single dollar and then come for Salatul Jum'ah. يا أيها الناس يا أيها الذين آمنوا إذا نودي للصلاة من يوم الجمعة فاسعوا إلى ذكر الله وذروا البيع. Allah did not say wadaru shira. He said, never ever you sell anything. He did not say don't buy. He said don't sell and don't earn any dollar and come before the khutbah start. But even if you come later, it's okay. You are not showing I am doing this for the love of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And the angels at the door, at the time of the khutbah start, then they close the credit for the extra credit for those who need extra credit. For that reason, we do recommend every Muslim, if you can afford it, to come before the khutbah. That is your commitment to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, to please Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And this shows your relationship with Allah is so good, so nice, mashallah, mashallah, mashallah. Angels will be so proud of each one of us who comes before the khutbah and say, oh Ya Allah, these are your ibad. You gave them love of life. They left life. They came for you. See how good they are. Faithful believers. They came for Salatul Jum'ah. And therefore, we are here to please Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And we are to analyze, each one should analyze himself and herself. Every day, whenever we see that 1 year is over, every day is over. Well, yesterday it was different than day, and even this morning was different this afternoon. And therefore each one of us have to evaluate himself and herself, whether I'm doing it for the love of Allah, and whether I'm going to live longer or I may die now. For those who have reached the age of 40 years old, see what Allah tells you. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم حتى إذا بلغ أشده. He became so tough, or biological, not tough mentally, no. Metabolically, at the age of 40, 42 is the climax. After 40 years old, your rate of metabolism goes a little bit down, 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 which means that you should not eat as much as you were eating when you were youth. And you should have more physical activities than before, but don't go to LA Fitness. Go to Salat, 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 up and down, up and down. That's the best physical movement and credit for you with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. حتى إذا بلغ أشده وبلغ 40 سنة قال ربي أوزعني أن أشكر نعمتك التي أنعمت علي وعلى والدي وأن أعمل صالحا ترضاه وأصلح لي في ذريتي إني تبت إليك. توبة توبة وإني من المسلمين. Without bragging, I am part of the Muslim Ummah. Now we came all together here as Muslims. Did you come here as American citizen? Who cares? Did you come here as Arabs? No. Arabs could be Christian, could be Muslim. Did we come here because we are Shafi, Hanafi, Maliki, Hanbali? No. Did we come here because Sunni or Shia? No. We came here because we are Muslim first, Muslim last, Muslim forever. We are Muslims, and we dissolve ourselves in a bouquet of flowers with different ethnicity, languages, and nationality, whatnot, but because we are Muslim, mashallah, mashallah. Be thankful and be grateful to Allah that Allah allowed you to live, for those who live, who are now 40 and above. Be thankful to Allah that Allah has allowed you to live that number of years. And evaluate yourself, what did I do, Ya Allah, to please you before you take me to you. There will be life in the grave, by the way. And I have written some books about it, life in the grave, what will happen, and how we are going to be regenerated and come in the day of judgment biologically, even metabolically, with the seed that has been hiding in everyone's body. At the bottom of your sacrum there is a seed called Ujbul Us'us. That is Ujbul Us'us, from which you are going to be recreated, and even your fingerprints in the Quran says your fingerprints are going to be the same. No confusion with any other person. And therefore, what we should do is preparing ourselves. Whether 1 year is over or not, every Muslim should prepare himself. How? I should read Quran daily. It's not enough that I should read Quran. I should also listen to tilawat Quran. وَإِذَا قُرِئَ الْقُرْآنِ فَاسْتَمِعُوا لَهُ وَأَنصِتُوا لَعَلَّكُمْ تُرْحَمُونَ. Instead of listening to music and dancing and Hollywood, whatnot, let me open the tape recorder of Quran and listen to Quran every day. Second thing, فَإِذَا قَرَأْتَ الْقُرْآنَ فَاسْتَعِذْ بِاللَّهِ مِنَ الشَّيْطَانِ الرَّجِيمِ. When you are going to read Quran, you say أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم, then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will be very happy. He will make the shaitan to get out of you, and angels will come and then protect you and listening to you. We have to do more than that. And there is a hadith of Rasul sallallahu alaihi wasallam what we should do, and he mentioned 7 items that you should make sure one of them. Otherwise, in the day of judgment, in Zulzilat al-Zilzal, we are going to be under the sun for one day. وَإِنَّ يَوْمًا عِنْدَ رَبِّكَ كَأَلْفِ سَنَةٍ مِمَّا تَعُدُّونَ. That day of judgment is going to be one day equal 1,000 years of today. The sun now is 92,870,000 miles above our head, and even if we stand under the sun, we'll have sunstroke, meningitis. In the day of judgment, it will be 1 mile above our head. لا حول ولا قوة. فإذا جاءت الصاخة يوم يفر المرء من أخيه وأمه وأبيه وصاحبته وبنيه لكل امرئ منهم يومئذ شأن يغنيه. Nobody is going to take care of you or help you except Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. As long as your intention is good, then Allah will send you angels to protect you and to guide you. And every one of us is going to go to a door where angels are waiting to see whether you come with your book in your right hand or left hand or in the back. If it is in right hand, they smile to you and say, we are waiting for you, we prepared Jannah for you, come, come, come. Ahlan wa sahlan, ahlan wa sahlan. Bahut tashrif, bahut tashrif. But if they see you carrying your book in your left hand, la samahallah, they slap you on your face, you'll be blindfolded. And they'll put this leash in your neck, like the leash of the dog, leash in your neck, 70 yards. Quran says 70 yards, you'll be blind and then push into hell from the top of the mountain to the bottom. You'll be dragging when 70 yards are over. And therefore living in hell, la hawla la quwwata. And if your book is in the back, you will be among those of A'raf. The A'raf are to wait outside, no Jannah, no hell, and on your knees crying, I wish I did something good before I died. Ya Allah, how come shaitan inspired me to do this and that, and then I didn't get enough? He said, you are now in the house of Allah. What better you want? It's not enough. You have to think now before you leave what you should do to this masjid and other masajid. It's up to you. Nobody knows that you have money or no money except Allah. He knows better than you. Even the money that you deposited in the safe account in Bank of America, BOA, how much they give you interest? 5%, 10%? No. But BOA, Bank of Allah, will give you every dollar that you give today equals $700. Tomorrow $1,400. Day after tomorrow $2,800. And then $5,600. Then it will be as big as Jabal Uhud. In the day of judgment, you say, Allah, I did not donate that amount of dollar. He said, no, you donated it for the house of Allah. And Bank of Allah is the bank that will give you that credit for you. But if shaitan comes to any one of us and tell us, forget about it tomorrow, and I die today, I lost everything. Don't allow shaitan to whisper to you, to delay you, because we don't know whether we will live longer or not, but we should be thankful to Allah that we are still alive. And the hadith of Rasul sallallahu alaihi wasallam about if you want to be under the shade of Allah in the day of judgment or under the sun. You want to be under the sun, it will be drunkenness, and night you will have meningitis, sunstroke, and whatnot. But if you want to be under the nur of Allah, be one of those 7 people. And think it over with yourself. Number 1, Imamun Adil. Imam doesn't mean Imam of Salat. Anyone, you are the house Imam. In the absence of you from the house, your wife is the leader of the house. Adil. And if you have a company and you are the leader of the company and you have employees, you have to be fair with them, not to be injustice here, injustice there. Imamun Adil, even leader. La hawla wa la quwwata illa billah. In the Arab world, our leaders are not good. Why? Ya Allah, why they are not good? He said, كَمَا تَكُونُوا يُوَلَّى عَلَيْكُمْ. As you are going to be led by. This means that we are not adil among ourselves. We do injustice. And if you try to sit with the family counseling that we do every day and see how many are dictators on their wives, on their children, how much they spank them and they shout at them, they yell at them, they curse them. La hawla wa la quwwata. How do you want Allah to bring us good leaders if we are not good leaders to our houses? Or even masajid. Can you imagine in masajid, some masajid are fighting and they go to the American court and judges tell them, you go and solve it among yourself because you are Muslim and we'll execute it for you. They don't want. They paid hundreds of thousands of dollars to solve the problem in the American court. I say, why you go to the American court? Why don't you go to the court of Allah from the Quran and the Hadith and find how to solve your problem? Zero, without paying 100,000, 200,000. La hawla wa la quwwata. Imamun Adil, then he will be under the shade of Allah from sun. Number two, Shabun Nasha'a fi ibadatillahi ta'ala. A young boy or girl, instead of having nightclubs and going to Hollywood, whatnot, they were raised with ibadatillahi azza wa jalla. They make salat, they read Quran, they listen to Quran, they go to masjid, and anything and everything that need to be done, they will do it. Therefore, they will be under the shade of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, rather than sun will take care of them. وَرَجُلٌ قَلْبُهُ مُعَلَّقٌ فِي الْمَسَاجِدِ. Like yourself now. Are you attracted to the masjid only on Jum'ah, or you go outside Jum'ah to masjid, not necessarily one masjid, any other masjid? Think of yourself from today on that you should be not only Jum'ah to the masjid, I should go also some other days. I shouldn't assign them, could be Monday, could be Thursday, could be more than one day. Think it over. Come and make Salat al-Dhuhr here, make Salat al-Maghrib here, or whatever. Make your attachment to the houses of Allah rather than nowhere, but it's up to you. If you are attached to pray in any masjid, any salat, all the masajid are the same. No masjid is better than the other, except Kaaba, Masjid al-Rasul sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and Masjid al-Quds. These are the only three are the best masajid of the whole history of mankind. But any other masjid, go to it and then pray as much as you want and donate as much as you want. Number three, Number four, وَرَجُلَانِ تَحَابَّا فِي اللَّهِ اجْتَمَعَا عَلَيْهِ وَتَفَرَّقَا عَلَيْهِ. Two friends, one supposedly Pakistani, one is Arab, and therefore from different culture, different background, but they are very good friends here in America. One of them decided to go to his country. The Pakistani decided to go to his country, and the other Arab to his country, Egypt. Still they are in touch with each other. Very simple nowadays. Email, communicate with each other, and try to see how can we help each other. And the more you are in touch with each other, the more you get credit from Allah. The more you support each other, the more you get credit from Allah. تَحَابَّا فِي اللَّهِ وَاجْتَمَعَا عَلَيْهِ وَتَفَرَّقَا عَلَيْهِ. Anything and everything the other want, if you cannot help him directly, you help him indirectly. And keep in touch with each other as much as possible. How about if we are still here, even in America? You are still in California, the other fellow had to move to Chicago. Still you communicate with the telephone, communicate with email, and you will be credited under the shade of Allah in the Day of Judgment, inshallah. وَرَجُلٌ دَعَتْهُ امْرَأَةٌ ذَاتُ مَنْصِبٍ وَجَمَالٍ فَقَالَ إِنِّي أَخَافُ اللَّهَ. A man, a beautiful woman with high position, invited him, like the wife of Pharaoh with Yusuf alayhi salam, and Yusuf alayhi salam said, no, I am to obey Allah. I don't want to commit zina, and then I'll be in trouble in the day of judgment. Even if any woman want to invite you for anything, whether hugging, kissing, whatever, or let's go together here and there, say no, 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 I am afraid of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And then you'll get the credit to be under the nur of Allah in the day of judgment rather than the sun. The other thing, وَرَجُلٌ تَصَدَّقَ بِصَدَقَةٍ فَأَخْفَاهَا حَتَّى لَا تَعْلَمَ شِمَالُهُ مَا تُنْفِقُ يَمِينُهُ. Another faithful believer was asked to donate. Suppose now I'll ask you to donate to this masjid, and you want to donate. How can you get the best donation from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala? When you put your hand in the right pocket and bring the money without looking at it. Catch it and put it in the donation box. Don't see it at all how much, $1 or $100. Let's see today how many are going to put themselves under test by putting your right hand in your pocket, get whatever you have money, but no left hand should know the right hand what is it, and put it in the donation box. Once in life, you get credit from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in the day of judgment, under the nur of Allah, under the rahmah of Allah, rather than otherwise. And I hope and I pray, because I was asked, that I should encourage all of us to donate to the masjid before we leave, and I'm sure you can do it. No matter how little, no matter how big it is, because I still remember the moment they operated this building some 20-some years ago, mashallah, they are expanding, and even the parking lot, how big it became, mashallah, 35, and so on, and the second is mashallah. So everyone should donate in the bank of Allah every now and then, and not wait till we die. When we die, do you think our children will donate on our behalf? I don't know. I still remember when we, some 30 years ago in Baltimore, they had a house, they want to make it as a masjid, and only 50 people. How much we have to donate, to collect? 200,000. How much we collected? 50,000. Then I told them, second time means in the same hour, while we are still there. I said, now each one should make a check on behalf of your mom and dad. Otherwise, after you die, your children will never donate for you. Wallahi, everybody wrote a check, other than the first check. And first check was 50, second check was 50. I said, now we need 200,000. We made only 100. You are Muslims? Yes, yes, we are Muslims. You love Allah? Yes. Why don't you write the check number 3 on behalf of Allah? I'm doing it for Allah. Now, no, that you did it for yourself. Now you have to donate on behalf of Allah. And honest to God, all of them donated another check, third check on behalf of Allah. So they made 150,000. They need still another 50,000. I said, now, you are Muslim, you say, La ilaha illallah Muhammad Rasulullah? Yes. You love Rasul sallallahu alaihi wasallam? Yes. Do you want Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam to be your defendant in the shafa'a? Shafa'a, Yawm al-Qiyamah? Yes, of course, we want Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam to be our shafi'ah. I said, now write another check on behalf of Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Well, they wrote 200,000. So let us see today, because they have to expand, they have construction, they have so many other things to do, and I'm not here for myself, it's for all of us, inshallah. So number 6 is sadaqah. Number 7, وَرَجُلٌ ذَكَرَ اللَّهَ خَالِيًا فَفَاضَتْ عَيْنَاهُ. Another person, when the name of Allah was mentioned, I'm sorry, shivering, goosebumps, and drops of an eye. Why? Why shivering? Many times people tell me, I don't know, I was listening to Quran, I become shivering and goosebumps. What is it? Goosebumps, shivering. He said, you know what does this mean? Allah loves you so much, Allah sent you angels from heaven to shake hands on behalf of Allah, how much Allah is so happy with you. When they shake hands with you, you feel goosebumps and you feel shivering. Be thankful to Allah anytime. Try it between you and Allah. Nobody should know that you have shivering or goosebump except Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and yourself. And if you reach a high level of spirituality, you may bring some tears from your eyes on your face. And Rasul sallallahu alaihi wasallam telling us, عينان لا تمسهما النار عين بكت من خشية الله وعين باتت تحرس في سبيل الله. Two groups of people, when their eye drops come from their eyes on their face, they will be under the shade of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and Allah loves them so much because they are honest, sincere, and they are in good terms with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and Allah loves you so much. He sent you angels from upper heaven to tell you how much Allah is so happy with you. They shake hands with you. You feel shivering. Even once in life, if you reach that level, you are lucky. Jannah is waiting for you. And if one drop of eye from your eyes come on your face, once in your life, Jannah is waiting for you. No hell for you at all, because once you made tears coming from your eye. Yes, I do say that women are easy for them to bring tears on their face and to cry. But I usually tell them, please, please don't cry because of worldly affairs. Don't cry because your husband did not buy you clothes or jewelry or. Let's cry out of khashya of Allah. And whenever we want to talk to Allah, then we have to talk to Allah with honor, with respect and khashya. ادعوا ربكم تضرعا وخفيا إنه لا يحب المعتدين ولا تفسدوا في الأرض بعد إصلاحها وادعوه خوفا وطمعا إن رحمة الله قريب من المحسنين. And if you want Allah to answer you, wake up before Fajr. That is the time when Allah exalts Himself and telling Ibad, Ya Ibadi, I am ready for you, wake up from your bed. You want me to wake up before Fajr? If Fajr is 5:30 or 5:40, you want me to wake up what time? 5 o'clock? Wake up anytime you want to wake up and make Salat Tahajjud and Qiyam al-Layl, even 2 rak'ah before Fajr. You are lucky, lucky, lucky that angels have waken you up, not the alarm clock. Many people tell me, I woke up before the alarm clock. I said, because Allah loves you and Allah sent you angel to wake you up before. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is telling you that, yes, I am ready at your service at that time. إن الله عز وجل حيي يستحي عندما يرى عبده رافعا يديه للسماء ويقول يا رب يا رب أن يرده خيرا. Even when you raise your hand, Allah will never let you down. And if you want your voice to go to Allah in 1 second, while the angels are recording it, in 1 second, put your face on the floor, sujood, 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 and don't wake up from sujood, and your voice will go immediately. I have so many stories about Rasul sallallahu alaihi wasallam, how he used to prolong his sujood and talking to Allah, that even his wife Aisha used to think that he is dead. But you want Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to answer your dua, put your face on the floor and see how it is. But don't force Allah, don't force Allah. Request Allah, but don't force it. Today is Jum'ah, yes. And doors of heaven are open, alhamdulillah. Dua is being accepted, alhamdulillah. And if you raise your hand with dua, Allah will never let you down. Allah will never let you down when you raise your hand. سبحان ربك رب العزة عما يصفون وسلام على المرسلين والحمد لله رب العالمين. فوز المستغفرين استغفروا ربكم إنه كان غفارا. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله والصلاة والسلام على رسول الله وعلى آله وصحبه ومن والاه. أما بعد، يقول الله عز وجل في القرآن الكريم: إن الله وملائكته يصلون على النبي يا أيها الذين آمنوا صلوا عليه وسلموا تسليما. اللهم صل على محمد وعلى آل محمد كما صليت على إبراهيم وعلى آل إبراهيم، وبارك اللهم على محمد وعلى آل محمد كما باركت على إبراهيم وعلى آل إبراهيم في العالمين إنك حميد مجيد. وارض اللهم عن الأربعة الخلفاء أبي بكر وعمر وعثمان وعلي وعن أزواج محمد صلى الله عليه وسلم وعن الصحابة والتابعين والتابعين بإحسان إلى يوم الدين. ربنا آتنا في الدنيا حسنة وفي الآخرة حسنة وقنا عذاب النار. ربنا لا تزغ قلوبنا بعد إذ هديتنا وهب لنا من لدنك رحمة إنك أنت الوهاب. ربنا هب لنا من أزواجنا وذرياتنا قرة أعين واجعلنا للمتقين إماما. ربنا اجعلنا مقيمي الصلاة ومن ذريتنا ربنا وتقبل دعاء. ربنا اغفر لنا ولوالدينا والمؤمنين يوم يقوم الحساب. اللهم احينا مسلمين. اللهم امتنا مؤمنين. اللهم احشرنا مع الانبياء والشهداء والصالحين. اللهم من اراد بالاسلام والمسلمين خيرا فوفقه لكل خير، ومن اراد بهم شرا فخذه اخذ عزيز مقتدر يا رب العالمين. واغفر اللهم لنا ولوالدينا وللمؤمنين والمؤمنات والمسلمين والمسلمات الاحياء منهم والاموات، انك يا مولانا سميع قريب مجيب الدعوات يا رب العالمين. وصل وسلم وبارك اللهم على محمد النبي الأمي وعلى آله وصحبه وسلم. الحمد لله رب العالمين.